and welcome to another nifty scrapbooker. Today I have another exciting layout for you. We're going to be talking about today scrapbooking activities. Whether it's a camping trip you just took with your family this summer, or whether it was a soccer game of your college student, or if it's just your little ballerina tiptoeing through the house. This layout can be used in various colors and can be used as various activities. The activity I'm going to be scrapbooking today is actually my 5-year-old. When she was 5 years old, she went on a fishing derby trip and she won a great big prize. So we're going to be scrapbooking her big catch of the day. So this is a fishing layout, but you can, like I said, you can change the colors up, do them in all pinks and have a ballerina page, do them in greens and blacks and whites and do a soccer layout. So you could just take this layout however you want to it. And I'll be showing you how to use some of these templates in a little different way today, like upside down. So we'll be talking to you in just a minute and showing you this wonderful layout of scrapbooking your activities. And welcome to our today's layout, which is scrapbooking your activities, as in the fishing trip my daughter took when she was 5 years old. So these are the things we're going to be using today, all kinds of different things. We're going to be using some ribbon today for our tag. We're going to be using our alphabet punch board to show you how to create an awesome title. We're going to be using washi tape. I have this washi tape with clouds on it of the sky, and this one with grass on it. We're going to be using that as a border our photos with, and use the grass on our title that we're going to cut out today. We're going to be using distress ink in Lucky Clover, that green ink, and I'm going to show you how to use a chameleon color tone marker. So this is a neat product that has come out. I love this marker set I got. I actually won it at a scrapbooking conference. So it's I'm going to show you how to use that to shade. You can shade with these markers. Also, we're going to be using these colors. Here's our base paper here. This is going to be the color we're going to use for our background of our photos. We're going to be using this plaid, this polka dot, and this wild crazy print with the ponds and campers and houses on it. So we're going to be using all those fun prints today to do our layout. Now the first thing I want to do today is go ahead and get our border done. So what I've done is I've taken these 3 templates, and these are Paisley Place, Sunnybrook Lane, and Spook Alley. Those are the 3 different ones. But what I've done with them is I'm going to turn these 2 upside down to get the effect that I want. And I'm going to be placing them on different sides. So I'm going to bring the Spook Alley one down here to 2 inches. And if you notice, I have little tick marks here. I've already pre-measured my paper. I'm going to bring the Storybook Lane in 1 inch from the edge of the paper. And I'm going to be bringing Paisley Place along the same line, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 inch onto Paisley Place, so it's going to be a little longer. So when you measure your template, you just measure out 1 inch, then put your template down, then put the border down, and then you have an extra inch on your template. So that creates this great waveform to represent kind of like the pond, but in greens today. So those are the 3 templates I'm using. I'm also using on my second page, I'm also using one of our tags from the tags line of Kiwi Lane. And so I'm using this tag today. So you'll be seeing that as I bring out the second page at the end of this episode. So those are the 3 ones I've done. And what I went ahead and did is I went ahead and cut them all, and I edged them all with that green distress ink that we talked about, the Lucky Clover. And we're going to go ahead and start taping these down. Now I'm not going to be doing any, you see how I'm doing the tape, I'm not going to be doing any tucking today. And we're just going to put that all right on that 2 inch line there. There we go. Got our polka dots down and ready. Now for our plaid. Here we go. And here's our third one. So, there we go. Now today's title is what we're going to be spending the most time on today, and it is just an awesome title. We're just going to title this page, or this layout today, Fishing. So I've already done the H, the I, and the N for the other page, because we're going to bring it across the top here. And what we're going to do is we're going to have our letters look like this. Isn't that cute? So we're going to be using the chameleon markers. I'm going to show you how to use those in just a second. We're going to be cutting them out with the punch board, alphabet punch board, and we're going to be adding this little border of grass at the bottom. This represents the pond, and then we're going to punch out a little fish. So this is what we're going to do. Let's just go ahead and make a character. So what I started with was 1.5 inches by 2.5 inch piece of square white cardstock. And what we're going to do with this chameleon marker, this has 3 sections. It has your chamber for your bleeding. It has a bold tip, fine tip for great brush strokes, and then this one is kind of a feathered brush tip. So you have the bold tip and the feathered brush tip. So this is what the tip we're going to be using today. So what you do with these chameleon markers is you take your tip and you put it in this chamber here with this white point on it, and you hold it down and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Then you take that chamber off. I did it for 30 seconds. We're going to start coloring here. As you see, it's barely even green, as I'm taking the marker back and forth. Now as you see, if you can see here on the screen, it's starting to go darker now. It's shading. And see, I went from a light green to, and this one's called Lagoon, and it's going to a darker until you get the full shade of the marker by the time you get to the top of this paper. And there you go. That looked like a pond there. And that's what those self-shading markers do. If I would have done 20 seconds, it would have been just a little bit of white with the bolder color, but I wanted this kind of gradually go from this white color up to the lagoon color. So that's how you use the chameleon color tone markers. So if you want to pick up some of those, they're kind of pricey, but they are great markers to paint with and color with and do special effects with. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and tape our washi tape down on here. So we're going to get a piece of washi tape that's long enough to go across this bottom. There we go. And I got this grass. I thought it was so cute and it would be great for this layout. We're just going to put that at the bottom. Get it good. I make it a little longer on each side so I can trim it off so I know it goes right to the edge. I'm going to trim off the extra tape that we don't use. And there we go. We got our block ready. Now, this is when we bring in our alphabet punch board. And what we're going to do today is let's pick out a color and alphabet letter we can do. Let's just go ahead and do the F. So this comes with a nice board. So it's going to show us step by step here what to do. We're going to put in our paper like this and get a punch out of here. We're going to put it in this side and punch down. It does like a D cut. As you can see, there's that D cut that puts it in it. We're going to turn it upside down and do that same D cut again. Then we're going to be taking it, turning that upside down so the holes go that way. We're taking this has a little blade on it. We're going to put it in the groove here, and we're going to cut once. And I believe we're going to cut twice. We're going to cut 3 times. Okay? So this is what we get. Now we have that kind of shape with 3 cuts in it. Okay, now we're going to take this and we're going to bring it this way. We're going to lay it back down in here this way. So we'll be taking this, and we're going to, oops, I did that the wrong way. Let's see, we got that one, that one. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Let's see, I cut that the wrong way. Let's take this back here. We're making an F, and I started making a different character. There we go. We got that off. And then we're going to be bringing this around. And we're going to make another cut here. There we go. Throw that piece away. We don't need that. We can get that piece out of the way. And then we're going to be taking this, putting it back down, bringing it to the 1/4 inch mark. Right like that. Coming up here to the top and making our last cut. Isn't that great? It wasn't that easy? I know I started making a different letter in the middle of that one. So there we have our F. Alright? And then what I did is I took this is a retired punch from Creative Memories, and this one actually has 4 different characters on it. It has a little frog, a little fish, a butterfly, and a flower. So I'm just going to take some yellow paper I have here. We're going to put this in the punch, and we're going to punch out ourselves a little. Whoops, that's the butterfly. Let's see if we can find the fish here. There he is. He was at the bottom. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. Now we have our fish. Now what I like about this Scotch tape that I have, the Scotch tape runner that I have, is you can just take something real tiny like this, and because this is the permanent micro dots, I can lay this on a piece of paper, start taping, and then tape over top of it. What that does is enables you to pop up this. There you have the excess tape that went around there, but the tape is on this little intricate piece of fish. So we're just going to take this and we're just going to stick it right on there. And there we have that wonderful lagoon colored tape. And we have the washi tape on here and the lagoon color marker we used. And there we have our F for our fishing. So we're going to bring back our layout and we're going to lay the rest of it out. So what we're going to do is I have the F, the I, and the S on this page. So we're just going to be taking some tape runner here, and I think my tape runner is going to be running out soon. It's feeling like it at least a little bit. I have a backup cartridge available, so when that does, I'll show you how to switch that out. There's the S. Let's put the I on here. And I just thought this blue kind of like highlight some of the colors in these trees and stuff on this paper, and kind of represented the pond that she was at where she did her fishing derby. My daughter actually went to this fishing derby at 5 years of age and won. So she caught the biggest fish, so she got a whole fishing kit with a fishing pole and lures and the tackle box and everything. So she was a proud girl that day. Alright, there's our first part of our title for fishing. Now we're going to get our photographs. Now what I did with these photographs is I did my regular 1/8" border, and what I did is I made the 1/8" border on both sides. Okay, so I cut down my pictures a little bit to make an 1/8 inch border on each side, and then what I did is I took the tape that I had and I measured from my picture, from the bottom of the paper up, laid my picture down, measure, put this up here at the top of the picture, and made a little mark, and then cut my picture. So that what I was able to do then, I was able to go, and when I cut out my background paper, I was able to go ahead and apply the washi tape of the clouds at the top, the washi tape of the grass, green grass here at the bottom, and then I was able to mount the photo in the middle, and that creates that great fun layout. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and adhere this one down. And there we're going to use this one. So what I'm going to do with this one, instead of using my adhesive, we're going to use some pop dots. You can hear my drawer. and get some pop dots out. These are from Fun Stamper's Journey, and we're going to make this picture kind of pop off the page. I also use the pop dots on the other page with the on the tag to kind of make it pop off the page. So there we go. I'm going to put quite a few on this one because I want it to be stable because it's such a large photograph. There we go. Got that. These are double-sided sticky, so you put them down first, take them off the sheet, and then there's a little piece of paper on the top you have to take off for it to adhere to your paper. So that's what we're going to do. Alrighty, throw those away. And then we're going to kind of overlap this, do our picture a little bit, and there we go. There's our first page. Now I've done the second page, already pre-done for you. And there's our double page layout. It says Fishin'. So I got the same border on this side. I have another print. I have so not only did she catch some big fish, but she won at the fishing derby and brought home a new fishing pole. Her uncle was very proud of her. So, and then we just put a little bit of ribbon on the end of this. I put the rivet in, put the ribbon on, and so that creates our fishing layout. Now what I like about this layout is you can use the same templates, maybe use some, maybe even the same identical papers here that I got at Joann Fabrics, and the basil paper, which is my background paper, the solid print. And maybe you get a soccer print here, and then you could lay out several pictures for a soccer page. You could do the same thing with pinks and do your little girl dressed up in a tutu being a ballerina. So this could be any activity you have, whether it's professional sports or little league or your favorite activity at home to do, whether it's maybe board games at the house with the family or something like that. You can use this wonderful layout to do that kind of thing. And we created this wonderful title here with our chameleon markers. So that's what I want to share with you today. I hope you like this layout, and we'll see you next time on the Nifty Scrapbooker.